Hello viewers, I'm SP and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, a game about logistics. We're a delivery company. Mostly what we have delivered so far is bullets to people's brains, but at some point other stuff, probably. So we've done a lot of important work here. We have put down some significant portion of the rebellion, and we have, I think, solved our staffing shortage. We now need to find our way to the Adeptus, the Mechanicus people's monastery, right?
None.
I don't know exactly
shall
how we're going to
stand
do
in
that,
my way.
but there is a touchable over here, so I'm going to go touch it. This cogitator looks a lot older and more worn than the ones next to it. However, it has evidently been well cared for. Numerous parts have been replaced, not a single key is jammed, and fresh seals with prayers to the Omnissiah adorn its surface. One of the side panels has been removed. Bundles of gold-notched cables run from inside to a small data crypt that was connected only a short while ago. The screen reads, awaiting access code. Well, I'm just going to tech use this because we have our own Adeptus Mechanicus fellow, who I assume is the one who rolled. Yeah, Pascal's got it. You have bypassed the security layers. The cogitator is ready to reveal its secrets. I love secrets. Pascal leans forward and runs his fingers over the keys. The cogitator's screen blinks and responds with strings of unknown characters. I appealed to the machine spirit to open Logis Abel's personal archives as well. It has accepted my request. Okay, this could be interesting. Let's go to that private archive. I cannot see the secret design, but I can sense it, shackled in stasis. The minds of the initiated are slumbering in the neural harness of their vows. I am registering an impulse of change. I surmise a potential influence on the stasis of the secret design. There came a time when the spiral was turned into a circle, but the cycle can be discontinued. The revelation granted by the Omnissiah to Logis Abel in the course of his data meditation has been recorded verbatim. Logis Abel is seeking an audience with the venerable Dar Impulse Sixth, the Sixth probably, who may assist in interpreting the revelation. A request has been sent to the governor's palace for a shuttle flight to the electrodynamic Cenobium. That's the place I was just talking about. A message has also been sent to the Furibundus system. The cycle can be discontinued. I recognize the words. The voice from the Vox is soft and pensive, barely audible over the static noise. I believe I know the intended recipient of the message in the Furibundus system. It was me. Omnissiah, grant me the wisdom to fathom this mystery. That is pretty weird. Alright, go to Sacred Computation 782-5M. Upon Logis Abel's orders, the archives of every augur station on Rykad Minoris and the two primary satellites of Rykad's star have been queried. Said satellites are named Magos Maruf and Zafira the Keen, after two great champions of faith, whose external cogitators were placed inside the satellites' cores after their shells perished. You know, their shells. The purpose of the sacred computation requested by the Logis is to uncover the external influence behind the ongoing insurgency. Computation result positive. Multiple instances of interference and malfunction detected, suggesting that the ships moving across the system deliberately blinded the sacred augur's eyes. The first of these ships is thought to have arrived 2 Rykad Minoris cycles ago, early in the winter. The most recent one arrived a month ago. Logis Abel's conclusion, the insurrection on the planet had been long in the making, with the participation of external actors. Well, I mean, it would have to be, right? Cults like this don't form and propagate overnight. It takes time. It is alleged that 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Rykad system, the rumored unholy prophet of the insurgents. The subsequent ship movements can be attributed to weapon deliveries. But what is the nature of their activity near Rykadiphilia? Governor Medina's attention must be drawn to, and the entry cuts off abruptly. Rykadiphilia. I think that's our first time seeing that name. Is that a planet? Recent observations. The satellite Magos Maruf reports that a ship has translated into the system. Its signature is consistent with the records of the flagship of a rogue trader dynasty, House von Valancius. Well, that's not very useful information. The satellite Zafira the Keen reports that a ship drifting nearby has hurriedly sped away. The ship had sent an encrypted Vox transmission to the insurgent-controlled areas of the surface of Rykad Minoris. Another transmission was directed to the planetoid Rykadi Philia. Okay, so it is another planet. Both transmissions were signed Brother Twilight. Their contents could not be decrypted. To be investigated. The entry contains planetside coordinates marked as Heavy Auger Station Jamming, possibly a hidden insurgent base. Okay. So in theory, we have some, coordinates, some planetary coordinates. I'm not really sure how to access them. If we leave and go back to our ship, will I be allowed to make landfall elsewhere? Let's see, does Solomorn have anything else to say to us? Nope. Cannot provide you with amenities, but I guarantee security within the perimeter. Okay, what about this tech priest? The painfully thin tech priest with the name turns sharply toward you. The sudden movement makes his chrome dogmatics briefly clang. His gray eyes, set under furrowed brows, almost blend into the pale skin of his face, and he levels you with a heavy, dour stare. Identification, Unit Logis Quartz Crame, official trade representative of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. The unit supervises supply routes to the Rykad system, ensures the security of the combat arsenal, performs commercial transactions, and secures mutually beneficial contracts. When the tech priest notices Pascal, his eyes widen. His Vox unit immediately lets out a string of screeching binaric, a tortuously long tirade in which the volume rises and falls seemingly at random. When it is finally over, the Omnissiah's servant bows his head in deference. Unit Quartz Crane requests permission to transfer information. The rogue trader possesses a supreme degree of power, the potential to influence the current leadership, the ability to restore order in the Rykad system. Yeah. Permission to transfer information granted. Well, what is it that you wish to tell me? The tech priest says, sharply and curtly, haphazard and careless decisions on the part of the Rykad Minoris governor have led to unacceptable consequences. Communications with the Adeptus Mechanicus Sanctum have been lost. Troops must be sent to the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium without delay. Restoring communication with the electro-priests and ensuring the Sanctum's security are our top priorities. Well, good news for you is it's also my top priority. You are the head of a rogue trader dynasty. Your position enables you to exert influence. The tech priest pauses for a moment. And pressure on the subjects of the Imperium. Unit Quartz Crane requests assistance. The actions of Governor Faisal Rykadi Ab Medina of Coronis must be influenced. Demand that troops be sent to the holy monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I observe that this world's authorities lack diligence in the performance of their duties. This statement is true. United in their denunciations and brimming with righteous criticism, the pair in red exchange knowing nods. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna talk to the governor about that, for sure. Unit Quartz Crane is grateful. The rogue trader is highly likely to successfully influence the future actions of local authorities. Yeah. Hey, you're an explorator, aren't you? What are you doing here? Retrieving archived data. Over 70 Terran years ago, the governor of Rykad Minoris and authorized representatives of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet made an agreement. Its goal was mutual benefit through cooperation. Unit Logis Quartz Crane is the fleet's appointed trade agent. This unit is responsible for maintenance of the arsenal and the combat machinery. Blessed are the armorers, for there can be no Imperium without them. Blessed are the valiant warriors, for there is no end to the darkness without them. The Omnissiah's servants exchange short binaric mantras filled with intimidating solemnity. Yeah. What's the Cognizance fleet doing in the Rycad system anyway? The Cognizance fleet's presence in the Rycad system is negligible. Its research activities in the system have been concluded. A limited presence is maintained for the purposes of logistical support, fulfillment of vows to maintain the Omnissiah's creations, spiritual oversight. You know anything about the tech priest Abel Hanuman? Unit Quartz Crane has had no previous communications with Unit Abel Hanuman. The memory sector contains other data related to this query. Various resources and data storage devices of interest have been extracted by the Standing Army of Rykad Minoris for preservation purposes. The command center currently hosts a cogitator that was used by Unit Abel Hanuman. Appeal to the cogitator's spirits for further information. Okay, well, we beat you to that. Show me your arsenal. I accept the commercial transaction. Okay, so profit factor is a measure of your status, wealth, and power as a rogue trader. Its value is determined by your trade connections, the income of your holdings, and your treasury reserves. The value of your profit factor is displayed on the Reputation tab in the character menu. While traveling, your character will use profit factor for buying items and completing colonial projects. Profit factor is not spent on purchases and transactions. Instead, its level determines your ability to conclude trade transactions. Profit factor can grow or diminish. Its growth is primarily influenced by major trade deals, and its decrease by investment in colonial projects. Equipment, weapons, and other items can be found at vendors of various factions throughout the Expanse. To trade with them, profit factor and reputation are required. They are not spent on purposes, but their level, one or both of them at once, affects the range of goods available to you. Reputation is a measure of the rogue trader's relationship with the different factions of the Coronis Expanse. The higher the reputation, the wider the range of goods available from its representative. To increase your reputation, complete their orders and transfer valuable cargo to their representatives. Yeah, okay. That seems sensible. So we have 0 reputation level with the explorators, and we have a profit factor of 11. -1 because we agreed to the demands of the rebels on the lower decks, so we have resources tied up in that, but +2 because we obligated the governor of the Rykad system to provide resources and stuff to us. So what we're seeing here is, so it says you don't spend, right? Oh, okay. These are reputation levels, and then here's the profit factor. So an analyst's helmet. When the wearer kills a target with an exploit using a single or a deadeye shot, the nearest enemy immediately gains 1 exploit. I mean, that's fine. A reflective shield gives us 20% shield block chance, +1 deflection. Allows us to block, obviously. The first use of a shield attack in a turn costs 1 AP less, and it has stalwart defense. The wielder marks enemies within the area of effect and immediately ends the turn. Until the start of their next turn, the wielder gains 15% block against the first attack made by each of these marked enemies. If such an attack is blocked, the wielder counterattacks the corresponding enemy. Now, presuming that you are holding a melee weapon, I'm assuming you can only counterattack in melee range, but if you're shield and pistol, that seems like it could be very good. Okay, well, I would like one of these very much, actually. A shield is equipped in one hand, but occupies the slot in both weapon sets. Oh, interesting. Because it's a more cumbersome action to unbelt a shield from your hand than it would be to just quick swap a weapon. Every shield has a chance to block. If a hit in a burst attack is blocked, all subsequent hits are also blocked. Shield bash allows you to attack an enemy using the shield. Stalwart defense. Yep. Okay, we just read what stalwart defense does. Okay. So I guess there's really no reason not to take everything that we're entitled to. That's why there's a buy all available button. It doesn't hurt our reputation with them or anything. Okay. They have some cool stuff. Modified bolter? Yeah, we got to figure out how to raise our reputation. Okay, apparently we can make transactions right here. That will that will help out with that. So we can see this is all of our various holds. Cargo is for storing loot that is not valuable enough for a mighty rogue trader. Drag pieces of loot to remove it from your loot screen. It will be packed into suitable cargo space. Selling full cargo to merchants improves your reputation. However, all loot inside the cargo will be lost. Right, so, for example, if I were to sell... We have just so many holds full of armor. I don't think there's any reason not to sell off huge chunks of armor. They'll find something to do with all this shit. I guess the reason to hold off would be if maybe we want to have trade for other people in the future. But like, let's go ahead and trade all that armor that we selected to push our level with the Explorators up to 1. Okay, ratifying individual trade agreements. This would allow us to grab more stuff, although our profit factor is preventing any further gains here. A first aid manual causes medkits to cost 1 AP less. That's kind of cool. There's a 6 sword here called Soul Siphon. If used by a psyker, whenever this sword hits an enemy, veil degradation is reduced. Sword deals a bonus damage based on your psi rating. Neat. And I'm just looking at the cool shit that we can actually use. What is a needle ring for? Allows the wearer to fire a toxic needle once per combat. Oh. Look at that. Base deflection 1 with an extra deflection against human enemies and 45% armor. That's a piece of armor right there. So for the moment, we would get nothing immediately out of getting our reputation level up to 2. If we got it up to 3, we'd be able to take home some gas cloud grenades and a first aid manual and this fancy sword. It does seem like going from 1 to 2 seems pretty light. Ship components are valuable. Heretic trophies are valuable. Ranged weaponry is not even as valuable as the armor was. So if I'm understanding this correctly, fuel, nope, fuel's not really worth anything. Oh, heretic trophies are worth a ton. Hold on. Let me just transfer this. Okay, it's interesting that it was 1,500 points to go from 0 to 1, but then another 1,500 points will get you from 1 to 3. So like I said, we didn't actually gain any access to anything immediate from doing that. We do have 2 holds worth of holy gifts. Like we could commit here. We still have a bunch of heretic trophies to trade to other people and stuff. And then beyond that, yeah, we don't have the profit factor to take home any of that other stuff, but we can go ahead and help ourselves to all of this. And then I know who's going to want a modified bolter, and yeah, we can... Okay, hopefully we can do something cool with some of this stuff. So this is 102%. This is 104. Is every cargo... I guess what I'm trying to figure out here is, is every cargo hold the same number of slots? And it looks like different weapons, different objects must have a different amount of like cargo factor that they represent. Because like this is 20 weapons and this is 11 weapons. But of these 20 weapons, 18 of them are pistols, and here we have 9 rifles. So maybe it's like a one-handed weapon is 5% and a two-handed weapon is 10% or something like that. I'm just trying to get a sense of like how much stuff exactly are we trading off here, because it is a little weirdly obfuscated. But all right, this is the first time we've gotten to actually use this stuff for anything. So for the moment, I think it makes sense to hold on to the rest of what we have and potentially trade it to other factions when we encounter them until we can get our profit factor up. But I'm real glad I talked to you. All right, let's have a chat with the governor real quick. Greetings, your ladyship, says the governor in a dismal voice, glancing reflexively at Solomorn. You didn't steal that tithe ship, did you? Tech Priest Quartz claims you have not been doing enough to ensure the safety of the Adeptus Mechanicus Monastery. With a heavy sigh, the governor wearily covers his face with his hand. Oh, of course he does. That Tech Priest is very insistent. I ordered a squad to be dispatched to the Holy Cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They haven't been heard from yet. I'm afraid this is all I can do under the present circumstances. I don't have a single soldier to spare here in the capital. Okay. I'm just gonna sidle up to him. So like I'm putting an arm around him to console him and be like, dude, you didn't steal that tithe ship, right? Come on. Oh, not you too. I swear on the golden throne and the blood of all martyrs, I never even considered committing such an act. Please, your ladyship, do not insult me with such suspicions. Okay, all right. Just making sure. Solomon, do you have anything else to say to me now? No. Okay, so now we do want to just land somewhere else on the planet. So, is there a quick back to my ship option? If I use the door here, is that what will happen?
It's about time.
Okay, we have 2 separate buttons for it. I appreciate that. To the ship. So this will give me an opportunity to, oh, hold on. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I received several messages from different DACs complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship's cogitators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious, and no tech litany or ritual of pacification can rid them of this obstinacy. The tech priests can deal with the vessel's systems, but the servitors, they make errors in their tasks, disobey orders, change the assigned rituals, or sometimes downright freeze as if in a trance. A click comes through the Vox channel, followed by a weary sigh. Lord Captain, occurrences such as these are caused by errors in cogitator calculations, or have some other sensible explanation. I beseech you not to take after those who whisper about the ship being cursed or possessed. Idira joins the channel and chimes in playfully. Oh, don't start, old man. All these peculiar happenings have long since turned into local legends. A door slams shut, a lumen starts flickering. Folk have grown used to all that, so our resident ghost has decided to up the ante. I'm telling you, things are only going to get worse from here. The technomats inspected the servitors and concluded they pose no danger. According to the servants of the Omnissiah, such behavior is caused either by the echoes of minds not completely eliminated, or by manifestations of the machine spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's tasks considerably more difficult, and High Factotum Generous Danrock would like to discuss how he should deal with the defective property. He is awaiting your audience on the bridge. Okay, yeah, we'll get to that. So I'm still learning to modify or to navigate this UI. I don't want to move right now. I want to. I don't want to leave the planet. I just want to go into the ship. Okay, back to bridge. There's a button. It's crazy. There's a button for everything. All right, I need to do a couple of things here. Number one, I believe this gives us the opportunity to clear all of our various temporary wounds. So we took some beating on the planet. And over time, beating was accumulating. So this lets us flush that, although I still have that rash that I don't exactly know how to deal with. That does seem important, but I don't think I want to do anything about it right away. Well, there was something else I was going to do. Yeah, Danrock, the guy who looks like a weird vampire. We'll get there. Crew losses can be remedied on Rykad by Norris, and I think we have, right? Must be someone on board who knows how to fix my body. That's a thing that we'll get to. Huh. Well, I don't remember. I had something in my head, and now I already don't remember what it was. Okay, I guess let's just try to land then on. I did want to step out to the bridge to make sure that our injuries were cleared, but there was also something else. Okay, so can we try to land at... Hold on. The bunker... When it says bunker... Okay, the bunker is where we just were, I think. The electrodynamic cenobium is where we want to go. So obviously, Sound and Pascal are coming... And I think I'm just going to keep the crew the same. It's possible that, like, Cassia seems like she's maybe in actual combat a little bit more powerful than Adira. But I like Adira as a character a lot better. I think she's much more interesting. So it's possible we're going to end up leaving Cassia behind a lot. I mean, we're going to accumulate more characters than this, obviously. There'll probably be some sense in swapping people around. Okay. We'll cover the landing area, your ladyship. Glory to the Von Valancius dynasty. Yeah, that's correct, and don't you forget it.
Victory awaits.
Hey, check out these goods. These are mine now, I've decided. It clearly doesn't belong to me. What is the athletics check here? To climb up the side of this thing?
An expected result.
No, to move it aside, to tip it over. Which gets us some goods. Ooh, more grenades. Yeah, I'm into that. We should probably take a second and actually equip some of the stuff we just picked up. So I think Abelard is probably becoming a shield man, right? And let's... Can you show me just stuff that has one hand? That is one-handed? I don't know what specifications I'm choosing here. Whatever. No sorting. I can eyeball what's a pistol. So a Ripper auto pistol puts you on a pretty low damage, but it does have a burst. Versus a Flamer, which you can't wield. That Stub Revolver, which still has a burst. It is just better. It's just a better weapon. It does seem like it. And notice at the bottom it does talk about the cargo factor, and it doesn't seem to really be based on anything about the gun's physical size, because these are probably pretty close in size, but that Ripper auto pistol is 15% of a cargo hold. You can't use a bolt pistol, which is a shame because that would be really sick. And the stub carbine's two-handed. So yeah, I think this is what we're doing. Okay. So that's good for you. We have also a psychic body glove that we picked up. Wearer ignores the first critical hit damage. Bonus dodge if the wearer's willpower is more than 40. You do indeed fit the description. And it's just plain better armor than the armor you're wearing now as well. So that'll be a nice upgrade. And it looks kind of cool. It's got a neat skull on it. Obviously the sword, we know where the sword's going. You have this unfading valor. How does this compare to your unfading valor? It's the same gun, but with a slightly higher damage value, it looks like. Oh, the recoil's lower, too. Alright, well, that seems like a no-brainer. And then there's the matter of that helmet, right? Who is responsible for medkitting people? To be honest, maybe it's you. Because you really do run quite fast. I feel like he's got way more movement than everybody else. And then we don't really have like an analyst type character who is doing a lot of splattering people, but that'll be fine. Increased melee attack damage against demons. Abelard, do you fit this description? You're carrying a mantle of heroism right now. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. You can hold on to that. And then, yeah, obviously, here is where we would be thinking about the sword trade. Massively better armor penetration. I mean, I guess you could... Right, we could have this be her melee weapon. The question is, do we want to lose access to the lightning arc? She'll still have her psychic scream. The lightning arc's a little unpredictable. Whenever this sword hits an enemy, veil degradation is reduced. It has better armor penetration, it has better raw damage, and it has bonus damage. Yeah, maybe it makes more sense for you to wield this and I guess a little pistol. You don't have the ability to wield one of those, so you can have your Ripper. But to be perfectly honest, I do wonder if maybe she's the one who should have the shield. Well, I think I'm happy with this distribution. Making use of our new toys here. Hits with a single shot attack, the target suffered slowed until the wearer's next turn. You know who that actually might be really good on? Do we have a slot for you? Since she's hitting them while they're still so far away. You don't have a cloak on. Whenever the wearer kills 2 or more enemies with a single attack, the attack does not spend all the wearer's MP. It's a little bit more likely to be you. Well, it says with a single attack, though. You know what? I'm actually going to put this on Samhain. I know we're not actually doing that a lot right now, but we theoretically have weapons that are capable of it, at least. Sniper gloves probably go on the sniper. And then... feels like you should have a big red cape, right? I think that just makes sense. Okay, I think we're good here. All the extra loot in the world is not worth anything if it doesn't actually get equipped.
That wasn't so difficult.
Judging by the dead people's equipment, they were the same wardens the governor sent to the monastery's aid. This sacred statue has been shattered into pieces at the hands of blasphemous heretics. Is that a pass on that check? No, okay, I was going to say, that seems like no information at all. I rolled an 89. Well, it's bound to happen sometimes. Alright, what's going on up here? I mean, it's dramatic, but so is every edifice here, right? No big obvious traps. I mean, dead people outside, but honestly, it looks unbreached. Either that or like the people who breached it figured out how to close it again. The binaric hymn awakens the gate's latching mechanism.
Any challenge for me?
Just real quick, just running over here to make sure we're not missing anything. All right, let us enter the cenobium. I'm thinking about reconfiguring our formation. Someone probably shouldn't be on the front corner anymore. Yeah, actually, let me do that real quick. Which one of these buttons is it? That one, the one that looks like a formation. There we go. I'm just thinking, poor Pascal is never able to reach combat on the first turn, and the heretics were killed swiftly and ruthlessly. They never had time to reach for their weapons. Okay, I mean,
I won't tolerate weakness.
that could be worse.
Darkness lurks beyond the bright flashes. No, two darknesses. One streaked with red, with clanking shackles and false preaching. The other, a bilious yellow, the tang of roiling blood and screams of pain.
You know, she's always pleasant to have around. A mercifully quick electric shock was not what killed this cultist. His face is contorted in pain, as if he was tortured. You note that the wire junctions are often marked with the symbol of a key that appears to connect two lines. Okay.
None shall stand in my way.
The cultists were killed with a hit to the back from some kind of electric weapon. Seems to be a lot of that going around. Oh. You shall be purified by the motive force, blasphemer. Okay. These are servitors of some
And
kind?
you'll die quickly.
Electro priests. Pretty sick, actually. I've been ambushed, so we're just starting the fight as we are. Ooh, Electro Slam, targeting multiple people. Okay, that hits a pretty solid area. That went after four of us there. Okay, Argenta's up, and then a bunch of other enemies. So we're definitely not doing entrench. So I have my gun, of course. I'm gonna have to step out of melee range here to avoid, or to be allowed to use my Normal ranged attacks. These enemies have 39 HP. Since we're a little scattered, I could step to the middle of the group and then fire backwards at these two. I think that's going to be the plan.
God Emperor,
Yeah, she's going to eat a...
be the fire in my heart.
Eat a, what do you call it? Opportunity attack. Is there a way to aim this such that I'm not hitting sound anymore? Not while... Man. Really, there's no way to include this guy without including a person standing to my right? That's crazy. Okay, maybe I still just want to use the other weapon then. Yeah, it's not a lot of damage, but let's go for it.
Faith without you, my Emperor.
Okay, a 29 hit, a 29 point critical. It's fairly solid. I do have a grenade as well. If I run and gun... Next attack counts as 1 AP less. So
I'll do it.
I think I should be able to throw my grenade. Yeah, it's just an attack. Unfortunately, I can't quite include all three of them in that. Well, it's a guaranteed kill on the one.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Wow. Alright, well that showed his body who's boss. Furious recital for everybody. Oh, I should have... Well, ranged area attack. Does a grenade count? Maybe. I don't have any cover, so cover efficiency shouldn't do anything, right? Yeah. So I think I'm just ending the turn, but I think I hopefully have set up things for my teammates a little bit. I've also set up things for a pretty good Electro Slam, I suppose. Although it seems like it's not easy to really get that attack to do much damage. that swung on 6 people and made contact with 0 of them. Alright, I think I am just going to do a pretty simple strike on them here. We can set up an area. Allies within the area gain dodge.
But of course.
A little bit of foreboding for everybody. And then I don't think I want to move or anything. I think I just want to smash. Counts as a major psychic power. So if we go for this, what am I looking at in terms of the damage code difference? Still says 12 to 18. It should deal an additional 2 times psi rating plus willpower bonus. And again, I popped this out because I was assuming that mousing over these, it would tell us those numbers. But I have to go look them up myself. That's annoying. So psi rating 1 plus willpower bonus plus 5. So it should be doing some extra damage, but it's not a huge amount. And I don't know that I want to enrage the warp any further. We can throw some extra exploits onto him. That's just free damage.
Will do.
And then we'll hit him normally. Let other people clean up. Alright, Samhain, you are one of those people. With your officer's chainsword and your ability to have Kibella start murdering people immediately. I think that's it. I think it's, hey Kibella,
Nothing I can't do.
you're live. Voice of command,
Suits my purposes.
and then bring somebody down.
Already done.
So she's got a death from above.
As honor ordained, let your soul be purged.
Pretty good start. And then if I rain blood, I can't also blade dance, and they're so low. I definitely want to just blade dance.
I'll drag you under the heel for that.
Is a blessing.
How can I trust someone like you?
Okay, she hit someone twice. If even one more attack had gone to the Electro Priest, we'd be in such a good spot here. Well, you know what? Death from above. And that has popped our momentum. Well, we're about to have our whole squad's turns, so probably I should just let them go. You're blood blessed. You got foreboding. No actual wounds. Against a target enemy without spending a charge, immediately making a melee attack. Repeat up to 4 times. So, the target area is just like a little too small. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and end your turn. You can grant somebody a big turn. I mean, it could be one of these two and just let them go to town with the weapons. No attack limit. Your weapon hits pretty hard, right, Pascal? 10 max 14 versus Abelard's sword, which is going to be more like 8 max 13. Honestly, it's not even that different. All right, I'm going to give it to Pascal,
I am fear
because I know he can hit them both with a single attack. So let's... I mean, they're equally full here. Let's step up. So sweep is a single target with bleed. Brutal strike is what I'm looking for. All creatures within the area of effect. Okay, there's no way to aim this so it hits everybody, but I don't have to hit Abelard. Is the thing I was looking for. But I have a couple more AP here, so we could throw down Machine Spirit Communion first. And then go for it. Pretty solid chunk. I don't want to expose weakness. And then he's going to get another turn not too long after.
Nothing I can't do.
And we get to do that as well. Seems like Abelard should have a pretty straightforward thing here. Yeah, I don't know that I even want to get fancy with it. I think just kind of like hitting this guy makes sense. We could reposition everybody with Brace for Impact, but the enemies are so close to dead that it seems unnecessary.
Indeed.
May as well slash this guy as well. He parried the backstrike. What an asshole.
Victory is imminent.
Alright, Kibella can run over here and do a lot of finishing work.
I shall not fail.
Love to rain blood. Wait, did I? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I gave the sword to...
As the tentacle by the web.
I gave the sword to somebody else. As well I should have. It was the right move. So if I blade dance, I'm gonna hit Pascal some. I think I'm just gonna do it without meaning to because I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to death from above. Hopefully that was clear.
As
As honor ordained, the other side awaits.
Sadly, not allowed to do it again. That's alright. Something tells me Pascal has this under control.
The spiritual probability of desire condemns you.
Alright. A warm welcome, to be sure. None of them are lootable.
Follow my lead.
Well, I'm pretty happy with the combat formation. It's possible that we could spread out a little bit, but aside from that, seems fine. A motive force field seals the passage, threatening to incinerate anyone who touches it. Alright, well, let's see about this door then.
Operation successful.
Alright, bunch of fuel and stuff, good cargo. The Data Altar of Sacred Analysis. The Cogitator's green screen lights up as you approach it and displays the flashing message. Pilgrim, only the words of the first galvanic hymn will reveal to you the gifts hidden behind the veil of knowledge. Now chant with me. Let us sing this canticle to... The device's keyboard lights up, clearly expecting you to enter the rest of the verse. It would be cool if we knew it, right? But I don't think I do. Pascal, kindly remind me how this hymn goes. Pascal's vox lets out a noisy groan as if he is clearing his throat, but then stops abruptly. After a brief pause, he averts his gaze and says in a rasping voice, "It is not known to me. Only high-ranking servants at shrines of energetic prosperity are permitted to perform the first galvanic hymn." Abelard snorts and struggles to suppress an involuntary smile. "Emperor, help us all. The esteemed Magos has been caught out not knowing a prayer, and now he's floundering like a cadet at an exam. I never thought I'd see the day. Could you just be, like, cool and supportive?" Okay. Well, I sure don't know it. Interrupt the prayer. Let's look around and we'll see if we can... It's probably written down somewhere, right? I don't know where that would be.
It's about time.
Let's try going the other way here. Okay, more stuff. That seems tremendously dangerous. Also intermittent.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
For the Emperor!
Ah, there were guys. There were guys laying in wait for us. Okay, they got some long weapons here. And they're on the other side of a wall. Yeah, it's a big solid wall. Okay. I think I'm gonna withdraw. Oh, okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. It's to our benefit if they have to run through that to get to us.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Follow my lead.
Well, they're comfortable taking some real long-range pot shots here, huh?
Reading damage.
Ow.
Hydraulic
Jeez. Okay. I don't know that I can do too much about that. I can certainly forewarn you. Oh, we got medkits and I didn't... That was the other thing I was going to do, was I was going to equip the medkits. Can I do that now? Yes. No. Shit. I'm assuming I need line of sight. Yeah, looks like it. thing is, I don't think I even want to like run forward. I think I want to just wait here. We want to pull everybody back. It's just Pascal's going really, really late in the turn. So I'm going to throw him foreboding as well.
Anything else?
So right on the edge of the area. And then...
What is this foreboding?
Chaos guides me.
Unfortunately, there is one more gun between here and Pascal's turn. Ah, damn it.
The fallen.
Death to non-believers.
Well, Abelard, I'm going to ask you to fall back, I think. Because we want to make sure they have to run down here.
A tactically sound approach.
Okay, I am allowed to shoot at least.
It will be done. Free hair, sure hair.
So running over to him and medicating him now wouldn't... Well, nobody has their thing equipped anyway. I mean, Argenta probably has a shot from where she's at, right?
Suits my purposes.
I refuse. This is unacceptable.
She somehow does not. He does, but she doesn't. I guess... I'm not sure where, like, the wall is supposed to be. Everything's clipped down to the... to, like, chest height.
Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, I'm gonna run and gun on this turn. Taking up a position where I can shoot.
Guided by faith.
I guess that's what I get. And that's why we do that.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
May as well do a Furious Recital and then, like... just run up to the heavy cover. Yeah, I really wish there was more relevant cover. We could run up here. It does look like they never... the sparks never hit these tiles, but also... I don't really want to take the chance. Okay, so there's a wall here, there's a big wall there, but there shouldn't be... Yeah, I should be able to run over to here and take cover. I don't know.
Rejoice in battle. Faith without deeds is worthless.
We'll just entrench for now. I actually don't think she belongs there. Let's have her
Death comes in
just
silence.
stand in a spot where she's going to be kind of hard to see. Oh, she's got her medical bag. Alright, they are getting mulched by electric fields.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
It does feel like we could probably just keep waiting them out.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Huh, that guy has
I'm amended.
fallen to his knees in dark prayer. There's a 30% chance this creature will start praying to their dark gods at the end of their turn. At the start of the creature's next turn, Veil Degradation is increased by 1, and the gods answer the prayer, triggering a psychic phenomena or healing the creature, or turning the creature into a full-blown chaos spawn. Well, feels like I probably shouldn't let that happen, but it also feels like I probably don't have to do very much to prevent it. I guess we have 2 of them. I was gonna say, I think Argenta can probably handle this, but I bet she can only really handle 1 of them. So, at the risk of putting Abelard in a position where the enemies don't feel they need to run forward very much... No, I'm just gonna shoot him with my gun, actually.
At your beck and call.
And we're gonna hold off on the heroic acts.
It will be done.
I am, of course, going to re-endure. And then, yeah, we hope from you something resembling a kill, but it looks like probably not. So we could give Argenta... I'm going to give Argenta a full turn here.
My time is now.
Okay.
The enemies of
So
the
she
Emperor
does have a
will
shot
be
against the further one
undone.
then. This is, I think, the important
I'll do
thing.
it.
So nobody else is going to be able to hit that as cleanly.
As the Emperor, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Alright, I should have probably done... I was doing the Deadeye shot. I could have gotten 4 single shots off. Because of the mechanics of that turn.
Nothing I can't do.
Pretty neat. And then we give
Already done.
Argenta a bring it down order and have her finish that.
Doubt is for the... Faith without deeds is worthless.
She could do a little reveling. I'll take a revel here. And then... She can't really see these other 2. And there's no concept of, like, Overwatch or anything. But I think I do stay put. And it seems like maybe the rest of them are just not going to come forward. I guess the longer I take, the more I'm giving them a chance to turn into Chaos Spawn. Those guys at least are moving. But I'm going to intentionally hold off here until Argenta. I think this space is safe from lightning. 95%, 89%. Sadly, not too likely to be a kill.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
To meet the same end.
Nope, she went down. I tried to advance her and she did, in fact, get electrocuted. And there's no interactables down here? Can I do anything about this? Well, there's a door.
My place is at the fore.
But he can't interact with the door during combat, it looks like.
I've seen worse
Is
battles than this
this
in my time.
thing targetable? No,
That's
I can't.
not the Seneschal's job.
I can't destroy it. I can provide some level of visibility from the top of the stairs. You don't know how much, though. And see, it's not sparking now. But I don't have the movement to get all the way through it anyway. Alright, they have chosen not to come forward.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Alright, so I need to wait for a turn where...
You regret this.
I need to wait for a turn where it is not sparking at all, I think.
Tried and tested.
I should have had her
tactics
put down a dodge zone. Your weapon is too short range to do anything here. Okay. So I think Cabela has to run like way forward and just endure. Boy, it's really not clear, like, because if you take the destroyed area on the ground as like the which tiles are unsafe, Argenta was fully clear to run up to this. Wow, these guys hit really hard. They have this massive, massive advantage.
Was that you? Be gone.
That was insulting.
Oh, cool! It knocked her. Fuck you.
Anything else?
It knocked her forward into the area, so when the thing turns back on, it's gonna fuck everything up. Abelard can make it forward as well.
Indeed.
Doesn't help us to restore anything because I can't move forward right now anyway. Someone stood up but could not move. But now this thing's open. We had to cross such a distance. And once again, I don't feel like this tile does not have any visible damage on it, but I do not feel even the slightest bit safe
A dance of
stopping
blades
there.
and
I think that
shadows.
the game will deal damage to us if we stop there.
You cannot trick death. It will claim
All right,
you
I will
one
medkit
day.
that. And then I guess we... God, what a massive advantage. I don't know this is safe. I think it is. I think this is safe enough.
To come.
Adjust the dodge area up here. So her weapon actually, her two-hander actually has some significant range, but apparently not sufficient. No, I mean, I can take a bad shot. I really, really wish I could give her some movement. All right, so I think what we're going to do here is charge forward, fire Daring Breach. Restores all P and MP, gains 3 MP. And then I think that will allow us to get in on these guys. If we regain everything plus 3. Yeah, I can get close enough to maybe execute a charge. straight line launches a melee attack against something within the path. Must be at least 2 free cells. So if I'm going for a charge on this guy, I want to stop like here.
Approach. I will do my duty.
And we're like right next to the lightning bolt, but I think we're fine.
Follow my lead.
All right, and continuing to be a hero of the breach.
Victory is imminent.
All right, well, that'll keep these guys a little bit more under control. Okay, so did wake up, which is great news. Yeah, not quite enough range to participate in combat. That's fine.
Follow my lead.
He dares not move further than that. Kibella can, at the very least, cross the area.
In retribution.
She does have a gun. She's not very good with it.
I cannot serve you in this way. The shadows see it done.
Gotta keep my combat log visible. Alright. Swords back out for parrying purposes.
I've suffered worse.
Yeah, good luck killing Abelard. And see, Adira is visibly getting struck by lightning, but she's fine because
What is this foreboding?
the rules for these things are completely arbitrary. I mean, what I really want to do is go after this dude, but I don't think I have the speed.
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust. I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
It turns out I'm closer than I thought.
Indeed.
And then I don't have the ability to slash this turn as well. But I can. Stalwart defense. I do not think I'm going to try to make it across here.
Death comes in silence.
Let's just let this guy do what he's going to do.
Follow my lead. One fewer target.
Okay. Yeah, the extremely poor definition in the electric threat areas really sucks. You know what? I'm not even navigating this enough to get us out of here. That seems like a problem for next time. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We are in the sanctum of the Mechanicus. Hopefully, we're going to do some real good here. And hopefully that will be the last time that we all get electrocuted to death. Come back next time to see if I'm right, and we'll see you then.